All right, today's lesson is on the intersection of a radius and a tangent line. Let's review the definition of radius and a tangent line. A radius is a segment whose endpoints lie on the circle and the center of the circle. So this is the center, and this is the edge of the circle. It's the radius. A tangent line is one that touches a circle at one point. Tangent means to touch. So it touches the circle at one point. When a tangent line intersects a radius, they form a right angle. The point of intersection is called the point of tangency. So they touch at one point, and they always form a right angle. All right, let's use this concept to solve some problems. Find the length of the radius. Remember, the radius is the length from the center to the edge of the circle. So we don't know what that is. That has the value of x. But my tangent line forms a right angle at the point of tangency. So this forms a right triangle. And I can use Pythagorean theorem to solve for x. So my hypotenuse is x plus 2. Using segment addition there. I have to square that according to Pythagorean theorem, and that's equal to the sum of the square of the legs. My legs are x and 4, so I get x squared plus 4 squared. If you expand this, you get x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals x squared plus 16. And if you notice, x squares will cancel out because you can subtract that to both sides. And you're left with 4x plus 4 equals 16. Subtracting 4 to both sides, you get 4x equals 12. If I divide 4 to both sides, I get x having a value of 3. All right, let's try another problem. Find the value of x. X is just this piece of the segment. Again, we have a radius that intersects a tangent line. That means it forms a right angle, and we can use Pythagorean theorem to solve this. So the hypotenuse is x plus 8 squared equals the sum of the square of the legs. The legs are 6 and 8, so 6 squared plus 8 squared. You expand this, you're going to get x squared plus 16x plus 64. And that's equal to 36 plus 64. So you get x squared plus 16x plus 64 equals 100. And what you're going to do is take the difference to both sides. So when you do that, you're going to get x squared plus 16x minus 36 equals 0. And you're going to have to factor this. Or you can use the quadratic formula. I prefer to factor. So you're going to get x plus 18, x minus 2, or two factors that work. You have two answers, but length always has to be positive. So x equals negative 18. We're going to reject that answer, but we'll take x equals 2 because that has the positive length. All right, find the value of x. Again, we have a radius and we have a tangent. And when they intersect, it forms a right angle. My hypotenuse is 1 plus 4, which is 5, right? So the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the square of the legs. So x squared plus 3 squared. So we get 25 equals x squared plus 9. So you get x squared, taking the difference of 9 to both sides, you're going to get 16 equals x squared. And if you take the square root to both sides, you get x has a value of 4. And the last one, you want to work smarter, not harder. So you're given this and you have a radius and you have the tangent, you know it forms a right angle. But if you know the definition of circles, you know that a radius is just the segment whose endpoint goes from the center to the edge of the circle. You could use Pythagorean theorem, or you can just say the radius is equal to 6, because radii has the same distance around the circle. Or if you like, you can go ahead and solve this at your leisure. X plus 4 squared equals 6 squared plus 8 squared. But knowing definitions, you can save time. This concludes the lesson for today.